Yo, what's up, everybody? It's your boy Joseph Hagi back with another video. You know it. Anyways, guys, this video is Euro Trip Part 2, and this time we're gonna leave off from where we got back. So we left off right before we're about to go to on a train to London from Paris, France. So many of you don't know is that actually you can go on a train and it'll take you under the English Channel, which is the lake, I guess, or part of the ocean that separates France from England, and in that situation, we went on a train under the English Channel to for London, and we went to London. I'm not sure if we got off at King's Cross though. I'm not sure if we did do the King's Cross or not. I'm thinking it was King's Cross. I'm not sure. Anyways, we got off. It was about a 3 hour ride or something like that. And I just listened to music most of the way on my iPad because we didn't bring our phones except for one person. I think that was my grandfather's and my mom's phone that they brought because of, in case what happens or one of us gets lost or something like that. I don't know. But we brought our phones. But the other reason why we didn't bring our phones because there are batteries here and the way they charge minutes is atrocious in Europe and to America. That's why. So, and the batteries, and the things that they use, the charging watts for charging phones is a little bit different. It's hard to explain, but it's basically one of the reasons why. So, we go to London, and again, it's not as jet lagged as we usually would have been, because it's, how do I explain it? It's not really a time zone difference. So, we get to London, and we get into this cab that takes us to our flat. Our flat is at a place called Earl's Court. It's on a street named Earl's Court, and so it's a big building with a bunch of other it's an moderate sized building with a bunch of other flats and an elevator that's from like the 1800s, but this one's a lot bigger than the original one, the one we were in France. This one actually could fit 3 people instead of 2. Or 1 person with a bunch of luggage. You could fit 3. And it had one of those metal closing doors instead of like you have to close it manually. It doesn't close on its own. That's what kind of the elevator this one was. Both of them were like that, by the way. The other 2, the one in France and one in England. So I go in and we get into the apartment or the flat or whatever you want to call it. And right off the bat, there are no TVs in that apartment in any room except the family room. And I don't know why, but people, if any of you are from England or France or another country where they don't have TVs in your own room, you need to stop that shit because that's stupid as hell. And my dad says, "Oh, you know why there's no TV in the family and the TV and only in the family room? Because TV's not meant for the bedroom." Bullshit. There's TV not meant for the bedroom. It is too meant for the bedroom. That's why people in America and most countries have TVs in their own bedroom. That's why I got real mad about it, but I got a little mad about that. But having the one TV, so right off the bat, I decided I'm sleeping on the couch because that's the only TV room that has a TV, and I like, no offense, but I'm okay with sleeping on the couch. I'll be okay with sleeping on the floor too. Don't care. So, anyways, the apartment we're there for like a week and 2 days. We're there for a week and 2 days. So, where were we at? So, a week and 2 days. So so the first day, I don't remember what was that good. I think we went to Stockholm. First day we went to it was a resting day, and then second day my grandparents wanted to go check out what's it called, a doctor to see what about my uncle's eye, and they found out that they needed to fix the eye fast or he might go blind, really start going blind. So they had scheduled a surgery, and since there's free healthcare technically in London, but in England, but we weren't qualified for it because first of all we're not an English citizen anymore. If we were living in the 1700s, we might qualify it, but I didn't think they had free healthcare even back then. Anyways, so I think my grandfather paid the money that And the person that worked for that did the surgery was also a person, one of the doctors that the Queen hires all the time. Right, it's the personal doctor of the royal family that my uncle saw. So like he was in good hands. Like, there was no way it was like a false, like, like a, where did this guy get his girl get a license from? But it was a nice person. She was a nice person. Guys, this is my sister. You remember her from part 1?
Hey, subscribe to my YouTube channel. Me and my friends, Slime Nation. Yeah.
No links are going to be in the below. You just go look at it yourself.
That's rude.
Anyways, okay, back to the story. Where are we at? We're at, what part of the story are we at? We're at... Okay, so we're back at so yeah, he had the surgery on the 3rd day, and which is it was a success. Anyways, yeah, so back to the first day real quick. We didn't know any places yet to go eat on the first day, but thank God there was a pub across the street from across the street and around the corner around our flat. So we were going there, and it's like 6 p.m. their time, and the football game, as they would call it in England or anywhere else, which is soccer, is on. It's the World Cup, the soccer cup, and it's Uruguay versus Manchester United, I believe, or something like that. And there's a bunch of screaming Londoners and Manchester United fans because Manchester United's losing, and I was actually voting for Uruguay, hoping Uruguay would win. Not that I really cared. I do like Uruguay though. So Uruguay was winning. So I took a gander, and I'm like, this is not the good place to start voting for Uruguay, especially if I'm American. So you know what? I'm just gonna keep my mouth shut and just eat my food and go, which I did. I had my food and left. We left in different groups. So like my parents, my mom and dad, or my grandparents finished first, and my uncle finished first, so they went, me and my dad, my brother and sister stayed for a little bit, and my mom. And they drove, and then we went back to our flat for a little bit. So anyways, second day we go to some of the museums and, stuff like that. Third day we go to, third day we went to museums. We went to the Buckingham Palace, changing of the guard. My favorite was the Tower of London, which we went to that day as well. I love the Tower of London, people. Actually, I'm a big fan of things that are really fucked up. And if I ever became a king, and if I became a king of England, that would be my favorite phrase. Take him to the tower. Let his stay be comfortable. And if they ever, I'm gonna put that out there. If you lived in London around the time the tower was actually being used for what we should thought it had been used for, which is a torture chamber, that would be the phrase you would dread to hear, because when they say make your stay comfortable, it ain't gonna be comfortable as shit. You're gonna be screaming in agony of pain. Anyway, so back to the trip. So then we went on a tour across couple of the surrounding areas. So we went to Bath, which is a city that was made from Rome. Buckingham Palace, and the other one, what's it called? Stonehenge. We went to Stonehenge, and we did that. Then we had another day of rest, and then I believe we forgot. I think we had another day of rest. Yeah. I know we did something else. Oh, we went on a ferry ride across the Thames River. By the way, the river in France, the Champs-Élysées, oh my god, it's a very beautiful river. It was so fun, that river. Then we go on. Then we on the final day, I think we did some other stuff, and then the next morning we went to the airport, and we took a flight. Oh, by the way, we had a lot of soda that we bought in London because we were running out of supplies at the flat. So On the way there, we were told to our flight that, oh, you're not allowed to have open bottles of, like, open stuff on there. So what are we doing as a family? We're chugging the Pepsis and all that, and like we finally leave with about 5 cans of Pepsis chugged, a 2-liter that's completely finished somehow, and now we're at the flight gate, or the gate of the gate, and we get on the flight, and now we're heading to Venice, Italy, which, by the way, to this day will be probably my favorite part of the trip. I loved Italy so much. It was probably one of my favorite parts was being in Venice, because the people who tell you that Venice is not beautiful are lying to you. It is such a beautiful part of the beautiful city in the world. I would say it's probably more beautiful than Paris, France. Oh, it was such a beautiful city. I love Venice so much. We got to Venice, and when we landed in Venice, we were on the mainland. We weren't in the full city that we know today, where the gondolas and everything, which I've been on, were really fun. But we were on the we were in the main city, and we took a speedboat from there to a flat that was 750 years old. It was around in the 1500s, actually, and all that shit. And we were right on the water. Like, you walked one way, and we're right on the river area that throws through the city. And then we're on this side. We have the street. We got to try we ate at a local place right next to our apartment that day, and I tried an Italian creation called rum balls. Did not taste good. Tastes horrible, actually. I actually did not like. I did not like the rum. I did not. Chocolate rum balls is what they were, and with coconut flakes on it, which did not taste good. Don't mix chocolate and rum. Sorry to people to tell you. Don't mix it. It won't taste good. And actually, you shouldn't be mixing chocolate and alcohol. It doesn't work. Well, for me. Anyone, actually. Anyways, guys, that'll be it for this video. The next part of the video will be, I'll continue with Venice, Italy. I will probably do that tomorrow. Or no, probably Tuesday. Stay cool, guys. Like, comment, subscribe if you haven't done so already. And I'll see you in the next video.